Hello. I hit the button twice and I was like, oh, did I just turn myself off? But I think I'm on, and I'm gonna get my iPad going too today. So it's a little cloudy here, so I hope that when I'm filming my kitchen light can do some good work here to make it look like it's showing up the way I want it to. So hi Becky, thanks for joining in. So yeah, now my iPad's spinning. Oh, there we go. There I am. Okay, hi Lisa. So I see a couple of you are joined in, so I think I can get going. So today, you would think I would keep going with the holiday catalog things. I do have one thing that I'm bringing in from the holiday catalog, and the other things I'm pulling in to coordinate from the new recent annual catalog. So because I feel like it's still August, even though it's a cooler day, when I hear forecasts of almost 90 by the end of the week, I think, you know what, I still want to do some flowers. So that's what I'm going to do today for Linda Gertis's virtual party card number 2. And so these are the cards. I did say cards. So I want to show you kind of just a couple ways that you can come up with some quick and easy cards. And actually, like, if you like to sit down and craft and do a whole bunch of coordinating things, today is your day. So if you're thinking quick, simple, I know I kind of did quick, simple yesterday. So tomorrow I think I need to do something a little harder, because I've done 2 days in a row of now quick and simple. But I love these new note cards, and so when I get the camera turned around, I will show you more about that. So what I'm doing is pulling the Beautiful Autumn stamp set that I used yesterday and pulling that into today too. So yeah, I think I will just kind of get started. I'm just going to get my camera adjusted here. Felt like I had more to talk about yesterday with you guys, since I hadn't been on for a while, but today I feel like ready to go. So hopefully I have everything here. Yesterday I did have to run for something, but hopefully today will be better. Okay, hi Shelly, thanks for joining in. Okay, so the cards that I have done that I'm going to show you when I craft today are right here, and they are found on page in the annual catalog. So it's this catalog on page 10. They show some really pretty designs and samples using that. And then when you see these, they've actually taken designer series paper and put them over the fronts of the cards too, but they have the just the nicest looking envelopes too, and I'll show you what those look like. So hi Marie, thanks for popping in. So when you get the cards and envelopes, you'll get 2 of each of the in colors. So 2 of the Bumblebee, 2 of the Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, the magenta one. Marvelous Magenta is an old one. Anyway, so 2 each of the 5 in colors, and then the envelopes for writing on are blank on the front, but then they have the fun inside, which is really nice. Hi Maureen, thanks for joining in. So it's nice that that Stampin' Up! Does such a great job of coordinating. I know this is almost my 25th year with Stampin' Up!, and that is what sold me to really get invested with them, is the excuse me, the coordination of their products. So when you see that on pages 10 and 11, you can also flip 2 pages. I have my bookmark in there, 154 and 155. So these are where the cards and envelopes are found there, so you'll see the whole set of all the in colors. And then speaking of coordination, then there's the Memories and More card pack. So if you like to do quick and easy cards, even quicker than what I'm doing today, and I know a few months ago I did quite a few of these to show you how they work, you can just take these basic card fronts and then put those on there to make quick and easy cards. Oops, oh my goodness. As I was going to put my catalog down, I knocked my tripod. Hi, Pam. Hi, Linda. Yes, Linda, it's been busy. I got my sweet corn put up yesterday with the help of family. So after my Facebook Live, we did about 100 cups that we froze. So that's about 12 to 15 dozen ears of corn, and I couldn't do it without help. So we all really, really chipped in and got her done. Okay, so today I could get back to my crafting again. So I'm just gonna set these aside and show you how I put them together. So here I'm just going to pull out two. What I'm pulling the pretty papers from for kind of the base of the daisy flower is from the Flowers for Every Season 6x6 Designer Series paper. And so you could imagine I could make other card fronts with some of these pretty papers that go with the pink color, and then even some pretty fall ones to go with the cinnamon cider here. And then you know, the daisy could look kind of almost fun done in a vanilla color, very vanilla with this too. So depending on like when I'm putting my cards together, so anybody that orders through Linda's Party and spends a minimum of $25, then they're going to get the set of 3 cards. So you might end up getting a Misty Moonlight one. You might get the exact cards that I'm making today too. So, so with them being 2 of each of the 5 colors that come in a card pack with the coordinating envelopes, it's really nice. It just kind of is a nice starting point for your crafting. So let me show you how I get started. So I'll put that aside. With my trimmer, I do know that when I measured this is about 3 inches by 4 inches. And so what I did is just took my 6x6 and went, you know what, I can get two of these because it's 3 inches and 3 inches. So I just kind of put this into the side and cut that at 4 inches. And then that's going to just stick aside there. And same with my bumblebee one. I did that same thing. This looks like it's the up and down. So I just stuck it sideways, cut that at 4 inches. And then I go back and cut it at 3. And then I'll have enough to do the 2 cards that come with the 2 pack of, with the card pack. So there's 2 of each color. So then if I cut this in half, then I'll get 2 3-inch for my Just Jade card base too. So yeah, if you have any questions as you're watching along, please let me know. So then what I'm going to do is just take my Stampin' Seal and just glide that along on the back. And oops, this one's going to go on this one. And actually, I've been finding too that like this looks great with Just Jade. It would also look great with the bumblebee, and I think it would look really nice too with the cinnamon cider color too. So that's what's fun about the Flowers for Every Season, is it really pulls in a lot of those in colors. And I know so many people have said that they really like this group of in colors this time around. So me too. Hi Lisa, how are you today? Okay, so I'm just going to glide that along. I'm kind of going to do the 2 cards at the same time, just so you can kind of see how easy it is to make multiples with this type of setting. So next I'm going to take my 2 daisy punches, the large, or actually this is called the medium and the daisy punch. So I'm just going to need 2, and so I just take my paper or my cardstock and put that, and I'm going to need 2 punches. Hi Joy, how are you today? Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 punches there, and that way holding the punch face side up towards me, I can see that my cardstock isn't like this or like that where I'm maybe missing the top up there too. So kind of just put it at an angle. So I'm gonna need 2 per card of the larger sized daisy punch, and like so. And then I just have another piece for the smaller. So I'm just going to do 1 punch from that, still holding it towards me so I can see where I'm punching there. Okay. All right. And then to assemble these, what I do is just take my glue dots and just going to tear that off, because then I don't have to try and sneak up to find which one's the next one. Okay, so I'm going to take a glue dot and just on the back, just press that into it, and then the glue dot is stuck on there. Oops. And then with my daisy, I'm going to do that same thing here. Just press it onto my glue dot and like so. And I'll press that on there and that on there, kind of doing an every other for my layering. So, and I'm going to do another one so you can see, and actually I'll do it a different way. I'm just going to take same concept, pressing that into the glue dot. Yes, Lisa, I use these punches all the time. So these are the 2 large flowers. And so I just kind of rotate every other just to kind of make it look fuller. And then I'm going to take the small one that I punched just the one of, and I'm going to just kind of fill that in the center there. So I have that. So I have 1 per card done, just like that. And then next I'm going to just take my bone folder and score or burnish along the edges there. They are pre-scored, so when you get them, it's nice that those are pre-scored. And you can see how pretty already that this is going to look with the coordinating envelope. How fun is that? Even though the card's not even done, I just love seeing how that coordinates so well together with the envelopes. And then I'm going to take some of the in color ribbon. So this is the Just Jade color. And I'm going to put that down and just run that along the edge. I love the size of this ribbon because if it was much larger, it might cover up that polka dot that runs along the side edge there. And so I'm just going to tie a knot. You guys know me. If you've ever seen me craft, I'm a big fan of knots. I'm not a big fan of trying to tie bows. So I think we're all in that same boat. Rarely do I run into somebody that says, oh, I love tying bows. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that one aside like so, and then switch out. So there is also, with the in colors, there are all the other colors too. And so the next card I'm going to do is the Bumblebee. So they all have the coordinating ribbon. That makes it fun to be able to craft together. And of course it comes in cardstock and ink pads too, and markers, and yeah, lots of stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this one around as well. I was going to even do all 5 of the cards so you could see each card done up that way, and I just didn't know how much time I'd have, and depending on the schedule of my day, sometimes I have more time, and today's a day like I'll do 2, and maybe in the comments I'll post the other colors, the other 3 colors of the 5 in colors, so you can kind of see maybe how those turn out as well. So now to adhere the daisy flowers onto my card, I'm just going to take those glue dots again and just kind of in the center feel like there's one and there's one, and just kind of secure them with a couple glue dots, and that's all it takes because these glue dots are super sticky. So then I'll just find the next one here, and I'll push that on to adhere it and push it on to adhere it, and do that over here. And of course, I think it needs a little bit of bling. If you guys know me at all, there's always bling. So these are let me show you the packaging up close, the gold glitter enamel dots. And so a sheet comes like this. So you'll have large to small and kind of 2 sets on one sheet. So that's really nice. So for today, I realized I have, but you might not have and can't order a small circle punch. So I do have a small circle punch in my little repertoire that I won't get rid of, but right now, currently in the catalog, there isn't one. So I might have even done like a yellow center with just cardstock punched out, but I thought, oh, these will be nice little embellishments to put on there too. So I'm just going to take with my Take Your Pick tool, change out from the poker end, put that in there and make it my little spatula end, so I can just pull up and get underneath the self-adhesive glue on there and just put that down in the center. Once again, I'm using the largest size of the glitter enamel shapes there. So that adds just a little bit of sparkle on that too. And then for the greeting, this is where I said I was pulling in that new stamp set that I used yesterday, Beautiful Autumn. I love everything about autumn. It is beautiful, and I can't wait till autumn gets here, because then maybe I won't sound like my allergies are raining on high like I do today. It's just kind of like I probably sound worse than I feel because it just sounds horrible, but that is how it is sometimes with my allergies. So I'm going to start with the Bumblebee. And because this is a photopolymer stamp set, you can see through it, which is great, because look how skinny this piece of cardstock is that I'm going to use. And so, hold on, it was underneath my punch, and as I pulled it up from being under, it kind of curled it. So I'm going to get a new one. So this is just a 1/2 inch. So when I do a lot of my card bases, or insides I should say, I cut them 4 by 5 1/4, and so I have a lot of these 1/2 inch pieces or strips, and maybe you guys do too. So this is going to say, have a beautiful day. So I'm just going to stamp that out, and you can see how skinny my little piece of paper is and how skinny the stamp is. So having it be photopolymer like that, you can see exactly where it's going to stamp out, which is great. And because I'm going to switch colors, I'm off just tapping and rinsing off that color of ink, and I'm going to switch now to my Just Jade color, and I'm just going to, and if you see, I'm just tapping, and even just tapping, I'm getting a little bit of the green ink. So no rocking, just pressing, and I kind of just lightly run my finger over that, and that one turned out great too. So that's the joy of having the see-through stamps that you can see there. And then with my scissor, I'm just going to leave kind of a little bit of, whoops, gotta get it in the camera a little bit better, a little bit of an edge there. And then here's my Bumblebee color. Same thing there. Just going to kind of give it a little bit of an extra on the edge. And here's the new stamp, the new punch from the holiday catalog. So for the longest time, now Stampin' Up! Has sold probably this one you've seen, where it can do a banner punch 2 inches, 1.5 inches, and 1 inch. And everybody's like, oh, it'd be great if they would come out with one that's smaller, and they just did. So this is in the new holiday catalog, and so you can buy it as a bundle with kind of a fall Halloween variety of different things, even some Christmas in with the stamp set. And so you can have your banner have that end to it or this end. So I'm going to choose this one. So what I do then is just take and with this being a 1/2 inch, it slides right in that tray there. And when I feel it hit the back, then I just punch down and ta-da. Oops, I'm waiting for the camera maybe to catch up with that. Okay, and then same thing, I'm just going to take my Just Jade colored one when it reaches the end, and that. So you have that nice crisp banner punch to that. My camera's, I think there's so much going on in the background, it's not wanting to pick it up, but you can kind of see, there we go. So you can see how nice that looks. So I have been doing a better job of making the banner cut just on my own with a scissor, but now having this punch, I am going to use that all the time. And then this is all that's left for the little pieces of scrap. So that's why I cut it a little extra on the edges there. And so yesterday I'd said how I loved these little edges of my dimensionals. And so today I'm just going to, I've already taken the top sticky part off of there. So I'm just going to cut a little bit more of that skinnier strip. Whoops. And it's sticking to me, it's sticking to my paper. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on top of, oh, there's still paper on the very end of that one. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on there, on the Just Jade one, and then I'm going to come over here and start a new skinny strip from this edge. So I'm just gonna cut a couple pieces of that, like so. Usually it'll stick right to my fingers. Only when I don't, or only when I want it to stick, then it won't. Okay. I have a whole row of dimensionals too. Okay, there we go. All right. And so then this I'm just going to put on each end there. I like those skinny strips so that nothing sticks out there. And then this I'm just going to kind of weave right into, and so that some of these flowers come and pop up and over it, but I don't want it to cover up any of the words or letters or anything, but I kind of want to make it feel like it's tucked in its little bouquet. And I also want to make sure that it kind of sits up and over the edge too. So have a beautiful day. I like how it just kind of goes towards the end of the card and goes outside of the pretty paper and that cute little white dotted border there too. Hi Barb, thanks for joining in. And then I have the Have a Beautiful Day in the Just Jade, and I'm gonna do that same thing, just kind of weave and tuck a little bit like so, but making sure that I'm not covering up anything. And I think my dimensional there is already, yeah, I'll have to tug on that. It's already trying to take hold. Okay, there we go. Same thing there. So, ta-da. So, in a short amount of time today, I was able to make both of these cards. And I just want to make sure that that is kind of doing the every other, filling in and tucking. Okay, so those are two of the cards. Yes, and Amy, thanks for joining in. That dotted border, like I said, it's just so easy. And if you have other designer series paper like the 6x6, as you saw if you were watching from the beginning, was really easy to trim down and fit into there. But if you had 12x12, then you're going to get an even amount of 3x4 squares without any waste from those papers too. So yes, alrighty, let me flip this around and can see if I've got cobwebs up in my corner of my ceilings. I don't, because I hate spiders and I'm always getting their homes knocked down. So, okay. All right, so I'm back. So yeah, so that is the card for today. I made two just so you can kind of see two of the 5 colors that come with the in-color note cards and envelopes that are in the beginning of the annual catalog. There's 3 more colors that I kind of highlighted in the beginning. So if you choose to order through Linda's virtual party, you'll get the 3 cards I make. So you'll get yesterday's card, one of today's card, and then you might even get a different color than something that I worked on today here live. And then you'll get tomorrow's card, which I still have to think over and design. But like I said, I have done kind of simpler cards the last 2 days, and I'm even thinking it's a little too early for Christmas, but with that holiday catalog starting, a lot of people are like, oh, I want Christmas ideas so that I can get going on my projects too. So we will see what transpires for tomorrow, and that'll probably be early afternoon again. And so it always kind of depends on my schedule or what my family kind of throws at me throughout the day too. So hope to see you guys, and just know that if you can't catch live, you can always see replays here or even on YouTube, because I download these videos onto YouTube as well. So next I will sign off and then upload this card as a still shot with all the lists of products used to make the card to help your shopping list if you're ordering, or even if you just want to jot down notes just to get that inspiration too. There's a fly. So if you just need the inspiration today and you have tons of supplies, hopefully I've helped with that as well. So have a great day. See you guys tomorrow.